Just doing my best to get this one going. It is not going. So how does we fix this? It went last week and it says preparing. Oh, preparing. It says live, but there's no screen. That's not the screen I want. Interesting. Oh, all these different things. Okay. Hang on, people. I have to figure out why it's doing this. Because that's not the camera I want. Yeah, it's not working. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have to figure out what's happening. How do you switch cameras? It's not the camera I want. Can't hit live. Webcam. Oh, live streaming. Yes. Save changes. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is harder than it looks. I have no idea. It's not working. It's not working. Okay. Supposed to be a stream key. It's not doing it. Okay, I'm live on YouTube, but it's not, it won't matter. I can't get live on my show. And Charlie, just hang on there, dude. So it's stuck in preparing. It's stuck in preparing. It's stuck in preparing. And it's just not going to go, is it? I can't get the go live now button. It's not going through. Well, I'm not sure what to do. I am a little lost and baffled for words. As it should be working. It says persistence, it's supposed to work. Okay. I'm going to just close everything and do everything in completely the wrong way. I'm not able to do the show I want. So we're going to just close it. And we will go try another. And then we don't need that. Yeah, it just won't go. It just won't go. Oh my stars. Okay. It's not working. Hi, I'm on YouTube. I got that one. I just, this issue with, it just won't work.
Same issue as last Monday.
Yep.
Oh,
okay, anyway, I'll figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. So
okay.
I'm on YouTube, so I know you don't like your voice heard.
That's cool.
Here we go. I'm going to try it this way. Well, I'm glad to see you guys there waiting for me. Not sure everybody else is, so. It's supposed to just slide right in. You're supposed to just turn it on. And then you're supposed to go live video. And I hit live video. And then it's supposed to, then you go here on this one, and you're supposed to go live on custom. And then you're supposed to say, see, I can't get the go live button. It just won't. The live, it just won't. It won't go live. I know, Charlie. Mom, I can't get it to work. Yeah, I just can't get it to work, honey. It says I'm supposed to, but it didn't. I know, it's kind of funny, isn't it? Yes. It is funny, Charlie. It is funny. They're on YouTube. See the little bird there on YouTube? Wonka, wonka, wonka. Yes. Well, it won't work. It says unable to connect. I'm fully aware you're unable to connect. I cannot get that custom streaming. It says preparing to go live stream. Then it stalls. You're supposed to come over to Facebook and where it says go live, but I can't get the go live button. Okay. Like I said, we're just going to do something completely different, and Spirit is telling me that I can do something. It's just not going to be as good quality. Now it says go back. You have no fan page. Yes, I do. You've given it to me. Live video. Go live. And I'm just going to take the shortcut. Please work. Please work. We're going to go live. We're going to pick a computer screen. And then we will go live. And it's still not going to be live. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Welcome to today's show. I believe that we are live. I can't tell. The manner to which we were supposed to use has been different. I'll have to wait for other people to tell me that I'm live because aha. Okay, so I must be live. Now I just gotta wait for people to come in the room. I know, it's funny, isn't it, Char? Yeah, you're just being yeah, you are being a noisy little boy today. Charlie. If you want to be there, you're going to be quiet, Charlie. Mama's going to talk. Yes, I do. You don't have to be talking like that. So, hi, just not going through the right. Charlie, you're too noisy. This cannot be. So today, everything fits today. See? Today is going to fit because it's all about how things are just seems to be out of line. Charlie. What do you do when you're stressed? What do you do? I get to love. Oh boy, I can just hear now. Charlie, my bird. Charlie the bird. Yep. It's just one of those days. Hi, it's working for me. Thought about coming on today, but was wondering if that could possibly exchange for a private. No, it's not how this works. Why? Because this is a movement. This is supposed to be... okay. I got to get all 4 machines working. Yesterday was a great Valentine's Day. And today is really weird. So I woke up, greeted my body, said happy, did my affirmations, communicated, and then you could feel how strange things are. So in the middle of the night, I woke up and I thought something's different. I could feel how my body was strangely not, it didn't feel happy. It didn't feel right. I thought, what's that about? And went back to sleep. Like, greeted my day. Everything was good. And then other people has misery. And then there were other people who's joyful. So I've had all kinds of different energies coming in about how people are having good days, off days. And I didn't go searching for it. I didn't look on the internet as far as news or nothing. So this is, information that's coming in. People are communicating with me. Ha, 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 Charlie. Yes, Charlie. Mama, I hear you. You're very noisy little boy, aren't you, today? Oh, you're not going to be able to see him. One TikTok people aren't going to be able to see. And it is started with him just nonstop talking, nonstop doing that noise, nonstop, nonstop. And just a constant nonstop. And I'm like, why are you different today? Okay. Talked to all the other birds, asked, kind of like, why is he doing this? He started like yesterday, the day before, acting really funky. So I thought, in order to do the show, I'm going to have to put him here. I thought maybe he would be fine with mommy talking. Hello, Cocky. Yes. No swear words. Okay. So he's stealing the show, or maybe he's helping me have the show. But my energies have been off. I also woke up as if I had a cold, and I thought, how interesting. So when you start to feel off, I'm just going to tell you to start doing wing quick. So, you stick your hands out, and then you turn your hands, and then you pull them in. And if somebody goes, I didn't see that, just go slap, slap, grab, and cross your ankles. We want to help balance your energy field. And you almost got to. I don't know. I have to find another way to do my shows. I'm not even sure if I can invite anybody to come on today. This is directly with my page. The other avenues that I paid for, it's Facebook. They won't fix my account. There's a mess up in it, and I don't know how to get their attention besides a bot. Not sure why my one screen just looks like I'm so faded in it, and the other one's got color. So I'm, what do you do? Well, when you're feeling off, you can feel the energies, you can feel how it's draining you, and you can it just pulls on you, it just pulls on you. So I'm just telling you to do a little bit of Wayne Cook posture, and I just holding this into position, breathing and straightening the spine. There's other different variations that you can do, but you can't see me do them during the show, so this is the one that you can see. Don't talk, just breathe. Let's just tune out the world just a little bit. I felt a shift. So I'm going to switch sides, switch ankles. This is Charlie. He's my yellow crusted sulfur crust. I could probably bring him closer, but then anything's at all possible. So let me just get this balance so I can think. I gotta get that. I know, it's so funny, Charlie. The different energies in the world. Like I had one friend that visited an accident scene and she could feel everything. And then you go in and you start following the rhythm of the energies. I feel like this is the next stage of as we unfold the 100 Monkey. It's like, how do we relate to the different types of energies and frequencies? And we want to go back to what's normal, but there's just that slight change. There we go. Now uncross everything, and then put your hands together like this. Put it right in the third eye. Ah, you laughing? You laughing? You laughing, Charlie? Yeah, you laughing. Big boy's laughing. Yeah, you are. Oh, I know. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, yes. We had a good day yesterday. If you haven't seen my reels, then you might want to. Hi, Charlie. You want to come a little closer? What's that? I don't know. You can come and talk to the people. I'm talking. Let's see. Oh, you need to scoot your butt over that way a little bit more. Yeah, what? See, now you're in. Oh, you guys still can't see the little munch. Yeah, say hi. Say hi. Hello. Oh, my talking bird. Sometimes he can be very annoying. So now we're just going to help ourselves ground a little bit. Let's just tap these as the stomach point, and this is helping to the immune system. And then the K27s is follow the bone all the way across and then drop into a hole. Now, my necklace is in the way, but you still can do it. Mr. Charlie, as your body starts to wake up and hum, and then the thymus, tap really good there. Go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because you got to get behind the bone. I do it in segments of 3. Now, spleen 21 is under my, right there on the rib cage. But get in there and just start. Now, this can help your immune system tremendously because the energies just feel like I'm drained or I could possibly be sick. But we want to get our immune system to function. Now, a lot of you, there's very much an individual way of doing this next one, but there is a way you can make yourself feel a little bit more alive. So Spirit will tell me to use Source Point. MWS, Medicine Solution, uses this consistently. It seems like a consistent set of points. So the triple warmer is the army. So this will pull energy from other parts of your organs and systems, except for your heart. But it can get very taxing, and we can stay in a state of stress. So you go right there on the back. Now I'm using the left side first, right there at the bend, right there in the middle. And I'm using a magnet. That way, one, I can disconnect the way my field is with the collective, with all of different people. My aura does not feel like it is as strong as it normally is. Okay. And then once you have used your hand, palm in the back of the hand, like a magnet over that point, 24 times, 12 on each side, then you can take your finger, your thumb, and you push in and you penetrate. Now, if you do it like this, it's not going to do anything. You got to literally push in and begin to uh, stimulate that point. Now, this is to let the energy go into the triple warmer. Now, it's not an organ, it's a systems. There's 3 particular things. So we want energy to go there. And we're going to help that left side of ourselves. And you want to do that about 30 times. I lost count. But usually when you yawn, stuff like this, that means the energy is moving. And then you come over to the right side, same thing, 12 on each side, act like a magnet. Now what I'm feeling is that I'm feeling that outside energy field is kind of releasing enough that the show today is going to be somewhat different, but yet it's going to be what it is. It's going to be what it is. And this isn't you as a human that's trying to control it. It is you as a spiritual human going, okay, thank you, Spirit, for helping me show up the way it is supposed to be. In the divine timing, divine alignment. I just got a hiccups. That's interesting. The liver helps you process stuff. It also helps with the chemical peptides of emotions. And you find that by looking at your big toe and your second toe, follow the 2 bones up, push in, and deeply rub here. Now, I asked if you want to use a magnet. Some of you can, and I feel like I only need it on my right side, but I am going to do my left side first. I can't pick up my foot and put it on the screen, so you're just going to have to know that that's what I'm doing, is I am using my hand as a magnet, and I'll be doing it on the right. Right now I'm just pushing deeply and penetrating that source point to the liver so that my body can start removing the chemical peptides or the peptides so I can process, metabolize. Remember, the energy when you work with source points goes to the name of the organ. So in this case, it's going to the liver first. Okay. And then once that's done on that side, now I'm going to use the magnet on the right. Now you don't have, if you have a refrigerator magnet or a business card magnet, yeah, use that, like I have one here. So I'm going to do that. Tapping is good, and it gets rid of the fluids in your body. Exactly. And at this point, the energies it's just been off. I can feel that, do I want to go back to familiar, and do I wish it would stay the same? So when something is missing out of your space that you don't know, or you get bad news, like a death in the family, or you get something that you love has been lost, we go into very old programs where you're supposed to be sad and miserable. But do you have to? It hurts? I think mine does too. But do you have to? And the question is, no. So when you consistently have issues in certain organs, it is, what are you persistently doing? What are you persistently doing? What are the thoughts? What are your responses? What are your beliefs? And, you just have to decide, You may not think there's anything wrong with it, but your body, and if you got to learn to wake up and pay attention to it. So now I'm just going to just assess myself. And a lot of times now, once that begins to, you begin to become more fine-tuned of how it shifted. And in this case, you want to go back to the right hand triple warmer. You don't need a magnet unless you feel like you do. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we hold stories where the magnet may be needed. So I'm just going to, okay, now see, I just felt that nice shift there. Charlie, my bird, is present. Hey, babe, how are you? Hi, Charlie. Can you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mommies? Can you see 5 mommies? Say, pretty mama. Pretty mama. Nope. Okay. He won't say that. He says everything else. He just doesn't say that. And then the other day, as I'm talking, and he goes, what's that? And I'm like, and I answered him. I'm like, oh, bird. It's like, I wasn't teaching him that one. I wasn't teaching him that one. Yeah, I know it's funny. He loves to hear me laugh. I'm surprised he ain't trying to scare me. Okay, how do you feel? Give me your little bit of feedback. Again, it like you start to feel run down. This is a super duper point right here. Now, other people will move out of their fixed state. So their fixed state is we're choosing the age that we are right now. We're choosing the name that we go by right now. And it is this reality moment. Now, this is where people want to escape when you have bad things or something doesn't feel right, or in these programs in the past will pull you out of solving them, but going into stress and the way you've memorized it. So for you to get back into your, first we did the Wayne Cook to start balancing those scrambled energies to get some rhythm. Now we're moving energy so that the body doesn't have to live in that chemical peptide dump. And the chemical peptides come in when you begin to feel and to think and that, and it can take you out. So we disrupted that. So balance is scrambled. Bring some of those chemical peptides. You don't have to have that living out those chemical peptide dump. So we kind of process that out. Now it is putting ourselves into a choice of being in our fixed state. So I'm going to say in my head, so that I don't want y'all to proxy me or anything. So you're going to say your name, and then you're going to say age. So for me, it'd be, I am Brenda Jean Power. I am 56. I lift off, and I begin again, and I say it again, and I lift off. Now, I'm feeling like I need to go a little bit more than just 3 times, but yet I can feel the shift. Now, yesterday, not yesterday, day before. So once you guys have done that, kind of give me feedbacks, how you feel, because I've got another thing that we got to do. After I got done with Tribal, now that is my weekly group where people pay $36 a month, $9, that what breaks down. Or if you don't want to do it, you just want to come for one, and it's $15 per. I promise an hour, but I give you about 2 or 3. It feels good on the 3rd. Good. And so you're bringing and you're honing yourself by balancing yourself in the timeline, in a healthy timeline. You feel better. Great. So after I got done with Tribal, I had a client, and then right at the end of it was like, I have to follow this. I have to follow this energy. And in the past, somebody says I feel better. Good. I feel good. That felt good. Good. Excellent. Keep going. And just sit with it. Start to memorize who you are. So after that, I followed the energy, and it said, get in the car. And I drove down, which is 1K, parked behind the plaza instead of in front. I parked in the back, got out, walked. It says, life's like a movie. Write your own ending. Keep believing and keep pretending. That's pretty good motivation. And so I'm following this energy. I'm memorizing how natural, how good it feels. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. And I'm looking as Brenda at the age I am, following this energy of how natural it feels, how healthy it feels, how I'm in this perfect alignment where nothing can really go wrong. And so I'm like, okay. And you keep ego out of it because you don't need to go, oh, doubt, doubt, doubt. No. So I get through the corridor and it says, go to the hair salon. Now, I forgot I said to my husband, I think it was the night before, I really should go get my hair cut in just the frame. I don't need the cut in the back. I just need the frame. Now, the hair salon down there before who told me is like $50 to get a haircut and or more with the blow and dry. But I'm not really, I mean, so I go down there, walk in, and I'm like, I'm not even sure what to say. I said, thank you, Spirit. And I said, do you do walk-ins? They said, oh, just a minute. She goes in the back. She comes back. She says, if you can come back at 5:15, we'll do your hair. I said, well, how much? $25, because I told her what I needed. I'm like, right price, right time, because I went down there before. They could never fit me in, and it would have to be the next day or 2 days from there. I wanted it now. There was that I wanted it now feeling. And you ever have that feeling when you're like, you want it now, you go down and the store's closed, or you can't get in because there's no availability. And this was just perfect. And I was so excited. I called my husband, I called my one friend, and I said, I have to witness. Now, why did I need a witness? And that was, I was cementing in my brain that I did it once and how everything felt. The simple words, the alignment, and it was beautiful. So I found that fascinating. And so I witnessed. And then I witnessed again. And then it's like I got to take myself out for, well, dinner, I guess, because it was around 5 o'clock or 4:30. And so I was like, okay. I went and decided that I'm going to get some food. And the food place is right there. Got in and out, started eating that, started making a mess of my shirt. And I'm like, okay, so I put that away. Then I have garlic breath. It was okay. It was okay. Got my hair done, in and out, come home. And it was just, I looked at my husband. I said, you know, the thing that you get to do all the time, I finally get to do it. I got to do it. I got to manifest like on the fly. It was just the perfect. Like my husband will go, honey, I think I need to go for a walk tonight, or I've got to go do this. And I'll say, okay. And he comes back with such unique prizes and things, and or things that he knew was perfect alignment and stories and things. And it's like, he's got it down. His brain has got it down of knowing just out of the blue to be in a line for things to happen. And I got to do it. It was amazing. And yesterday was Valentine's Day for us. So I think today is Valentine's Day for you. So happy Valentine's Day. And I know you're so funny. He's got my laugh. He copied it. And we went and I said, we said, we're just going to just walk, be in that energy field. So we did. We just started walking in like a straight line. And we got like way in by Chinatown. And it's like, okay, by the markets. And then it was like, we ended up on this one street where there was Korean food. And we wanted to try something different. And all of a sudden, it was the inside of the restaurant. Now, I got some of those reels up, so if you ever want to watch them, I had put them on Facebook. I believe I'll eventually put it on YouTube and maybe TikTok. But I was like, oh, we're going to try this. So you have these things that suck up the smoke, and they have the little barbecue at your station. And we said, let's do this. Because I love watching K-dramas. And then when you watch Korean dramas, they like to eat a lot. And the way that they eat is they take and they go into these pop-up restaurants or whatever, and then they throw their meat on, cook it, and they just sit there and, oh my God, they dip it in this, they eat that. It was good. And it was a really lovely experience. Something that's called buffet, which is completely different than me is walking in as an American. A buffet is that it's all spread, laid out, and you just go and put it on your plate and sit down. This was a different type of buffet. You tell them what that you wanted out of this menu, and then they bring gobs of it to the table. It's like they don't have to have a chef. You're the chef. You know, they bring out the marinated stuff or whatever. Well, I was so busy cooking that it was like I needed to eat. So then as I started eating, I would burn my food. My husband's over there trying to get the cook, flip, and do that as well. Um, so we were just like, my one arm was getting tired because it's like, oh, all right, all right. You can't take anything home because it's a buffet, so you have to leave it behind. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, we got to cook all this meat because I don't want it to go to waste. And we're looking at each other like, we can't take it home. We got so full, I started getting hiccups. My body's like, you're full. Let it go. I can't. It's sitting right there. And it was such a good price, such a good experience. And the smoke is just, I mean, it's just, you look around, everybody's enjoying their food. They had a salad, and it must have been dipped in a little bit of sweetness because that was yummy. That was yummy. We didn't, there's like not a lot of vegetables, just a lot of meat. And I'm like, this is meat. But it was such a fun day, and then we walked afterwards, and I didn't get to put that reel up, but we found a gelato shop, and I got some yummy flavors there too, so I'll probably eventually get that reel up. Now, I'm going to have you, some of you, when you are greeted with such a negative experience and loss, and just one little element can be off, something got broken, your favorite thing, or a loss of an animal, or family members that are no longer speaking to you, or just something. And I thought your negative mindset of how you cope, handle, and deal. You get to look at the age you are now to the program of when you first learned it. So basically, you can hear your littles speaking. So for me, it's like, God, this feels odd and nothing's going right. And I could feel it. Now, this is where you can take EFT and you can use that phrase, even though nothing's working right. And this just feels odd. And you just go along and tap. You can disrupt the energetic field. Okay. And you do all the points that is necessary. You can even do your finger points, but do the whole gamut and don't just do half-ass it. Get it, work it through. But if you don't, you can get caught up into it and the whole day could spin. So in my mind, I don't need that anymore. So I kept saying, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. So looking for an answer. That's what I was doing. I was looking for an answer. And as I'm focusing on my answer, I don't have time to dwell about how crappy it is or how it's not going to work. I can feel that and I can measure it, and then I can use the tools to get it out. But this was, I feel everything is odd. Everything is just slightly odd. And Spirit said, well, this is what your show is going to be about today. Now, nothing is working correctly to do Facebook properly, so I'm going to be having to figure this out. But it doesn't mean that I have to go back to the old way. Maybe this is a better way, and I just don't know it until the time comes. Just don't know. So, the effects. No, that's not what I want. Hi. Yeah, I see that. I was trying to figure out how to get the screen. It's not working. Yes, Charlie. Mama hears you. I don't know. You coming back? I don't. Yeah? Really? I had to get that. There was a filter on that one TikTok screen, and because it was it felt like I had to fix it. So I did. And I feel better now. Just didn't like how that was betraying me. And I'm not sure why YouTube has those backwards. Should be spelled correctly, but that's okay. That's for another day. You love your bird. I had a yellow napped in Amazon for years. So much fun. He was always getting me in trouble with folks. Well, he was over in the corner. He's part of that. The changes can throw you off. And he just been acting weird yesterday and then today. And he just won't shut up. He growls like a dog. Grrr, and then he'll bark. He tries to bark like the dog across the road. Um, it'd be cool if he just said meow. Ah! He likes to play scare games. Yeah, he's laughing like mama now. But anyways, we taught him to scare us, and so it's just his timing usually is impeccable. You'll be walking along, and all of a sudden you're engaged, and then he screams, and he goes ah, and you're like Charlie, and then you'll start laughing. So he's in the background, he just wouldn't be quiet. All morning. He's going on. I'm not even going to say the word that he says because it's like, okay, that gets on your nerves. I said, how am I going to do my show today? Because he's just like this. And I thought, okay, I'll just put him on my chair, my royal chair, and we'll see what's happening. He's happy. Can you see the feathers around his beak? Some of you can't. But what's happening is that he's happy. He's joyful, and because he's got his little feathers, don't you? Yeah, my baby. You gonna let Mama touch you? You're not sure? Okay. Yeah, I don't need him to take my finger off. Metaphysics. My doctorate degree is in metaphysics. It's the nature of being. My paper was written on what is the nature of reality and can you change it? So spent 12 years writing that dissertation, and I feel comfortable enough that I can walk it, talk it, breathe it, and dream it, which I do. And I literally walk it. And it's so different. It's like you got a little bit of physics, you got a little bit of quantum physics, you got a little bit of how the brain functions, how the body functions. How do we create reality? How does the brain see? The biggest thing that we were talking about with my tribal group was how do we see? We see with impressions first. And then our brain makes it into a picture based on our definitions and the content of what we say. But if you can't understand and you're caught up in this moment, you are basically just responding to how you created a program. But if you can stop and go, wait, as your 5% of, okay, all right, why am I doing this? Now, if you ask that question in ego, you're going to come up with some really crazy one answers or blaming. But if you go, okay, where did I invest my energy? Who, what, where, when, why, and how? All of these things, you can start making a little bit of a difference. Oh, thank you. And you're like, oh man. Yep, I feel that feeling. I thought those thoughts. And so they have a charge. And so I need the way that looks. So when you're like, but I don't understand, then that, like literally about an issue, then that's what you have to heal. So today it wasn't that I don't understand. It's like I can feel the presence of. I don't have the words or the pictures, but I have the knowing and the sensations that this is. So when you get upset, a lot of times we will take our spiritual being, that spiritual part of ourselves, and start to what I refer to as, oh, your spirit's not connected to your body, meaning your right brain and your left brain are not really communicating. You will actually feel like you are outside. You are extremely connected, but you won't be able to use all of that light from the spirit self. So people walk around with their spirit outside their body, or they're not connected to the spirit. That communications is not right. So this is where I would tell you to let's take your hand at this time. And I put my spirit back into my body 100% where it belongs. Lift off. I put my spirit back into my body 100% where it belongs. And you do that up to about 3 to 10 times. Why? Well, first of all, your cells have your code on it. Now, if you don't believe me, go try to get an organ transplant and they will make you take drugs to suppress your immune system to accept the new organ. You have a code. Your body already beams in like you're a television set. You are this avatar, and you are already designated with this body with the code. And so nobody else can jump in. You are there. Now, you can have trauma, drama, be disconnected from spirit. Your spirit or your body's not connecting to your spirit. You can have all kinds of storylines. But when you start to get yourself out of fear, thank you, and you move that stage where the next thing you know, you're like, well, if there's no fear, then what is there? There's love. If you can see that as the 5%, okay, I don't need to have that charge or that amount of life force in that storyline. I really don't. But most people can't do that. They won't even, like when I started to get frustrated, I'm like, do I have to actually respond this way? And the answer is no. The memorized emotions tell you, yes, you do. But I'm going to tell you that's not true. You do not have to. And if you learn how to change the way your brain flows, because if your stress starts to move 80% of the blood out of your forebrain and into your arms and legs for fight, flight, freeze, flop, fornicate, and fawn, then you can't create your reality. But if you can get the blood to come back up, which your hands are electromagnetic, and you place it on your forehead, and even touching this point here, governing 20, you start to balance out the way the blood flows in the brain. And your energies will start to balance in the brain. And when your brain is balanced, you'll start to feel, yeah, life is different. Life is different. Okay. When I did my thesis, that was tough and it was hard, but I did it. And then I loved what I did, that yes, it was only next logical step is that I do the dissertation. But if you're doing it so that you get this degree to prove to people, then you're going to make it harder than it is. But if you're getting the degree for a job and because you need money, then it's going to be harder than it is. But when you start to follow your heart, the next logical step would be, I need to get that dissertation. I didn't have to go for it. But it was like, I have all this information. And so when you understand what a thesis and a dissertation does, is it helps bring your thoughts together so you can paraphrase and come to this next level of, yeah, I get it. It isn't just, oh, this is the topic I chose, and I'm going to have to be pissed and stressed out. I don't have to respond that way. My heart is totally involved in it. So I became very confident in what I was saying. There were times I wanted to pull my hair out because it took 12 years, but then I thought, no, I can heal out that stress, because what am I not seeing? What do I need to still call in? What do I need to learn? And it's all about timing. And when all of a sudden it was time, everything just flew together, and it was like, yeah, you got this, let's go. I had to learn how to do commas, periods, big words, I had to learn what I had trouble in school with. I had to go and relearn all that so that when I did it, it sounded professional. It sounded like I had advanced, and it sounded like my voice. So that's what I did. Now, I've got my spirit back in my body. Have you guys put yours in? Because when we start to really disconnect, it really, it can really throw you off. So I feel a lot better. And so, like I said, he's been doing this for the last few days. Something's going on the planet that makes him want to be a chatterbox. I mean, he was doing it at the butt crack of dawn this morning. I'm like, oh my gosh, Charlie. I mean, yes, birds singing when it starts to get light out, but he was just having a whole nother story going on. Good, Nicole. Now, when stuff starts to come at you or you feel that off, you can sit there and say, okay, I just feel like I can't, I just can't. I can't manage the day. I can't do what I want. See, like, I knew that there was just stuff that wasn't going to work, but I know it's eventually going to work, but it was off. I didn't have time to heal it, but I can go back to it. So when there can be a standard to Oh, yeah, all of a sudden it was immediate yawn. So like somebody just did it, healing. But usually you'll start to feel a little empty. You'll start feeling that you don't have words for things because you're like, but my brain wants everything to be the same. But do you need to be sad about it? And chances are, usually you don't. You just do because that's what you normally do. So you may have to sit there and change the way that you're addicted to how you show up, not intentionally, but as a program, how you feel sad, how you're like, but do I actually have to feel like this? And this is where I would tell you to take your right wrist. And we're going to use little 6 S's. That's 6 S's: safety, security, stability, sanity, surrounding, space, which is freedom. And 6 S's is hope therapy. And so this is the right hand. So when you just feel like, oh my God, I always have to respond in a negative manner. I always have to get angry. I always have to feel depressed. I have to, why do I respond that way? Well, take your right wrist and you're going to go down and you're going to measure it by the width of your fingers here, fingernails. Line up the 3 fingers. My cloth is getting a little, stretched out. But it's right wrist, R, 1, 2, 3, R3, and then S is soft. Okay? Then you're going to place your pointer finger in the palm so it touches the governing and central meridian. So it's to represent holding on to that frequency. So triple warmer and central and governing. So it goes right wrist, 3rd position, nice and soft. Don't push your thumb in deep. That would be D, deep. But S, soft. Finger in the palm. Now, safety, security, stability. Now, the heel of the palm and the forehead is where the magic happens. So you can place your forehead, your heel here onto your forehead, drop your fingers so it touches governing 20. And you're going to breathe and you're going to feel that addiction. Oh, God, I feel off. Now, for me, those are my words. Find your words. So you would put that on a scale from 0 to 10. Mine, it feels like a 5 out of 10. It's still there. And so that means my rhythm of how things show up and attract in are still going to be blippity bloppity bloop. It's just not going to be completely aligned. So this is where I'm going to take how I know the pattern that keeps repeating. Okay, and for me, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to sit with you just for a few minutes. And I say, oh, it's because of this or that. That's intellectualizing, and you stop the healing process. But just feel how, this feels like an always. Oh, this, is like, it's never ending. And you're just going to sit there. You're going to breathe, and you're just going to, like some of you can go, oh my God, I'm staring right at it. Good, stare right at it. How you know it. Here, let the body just do the healing. Like right there, my body is starting to shift. Right, I would say if I even just stopped right there, it's a 0, 1, 2. It's almost a 2, not quite. Stay a little longer. There's the shift I'm looking for. Oh, no, I'm not focusing on looking for it. I'm focusing on, is it still there? That addiction that I'm supposed to feel love, or I'm supposed to be angry, I'm supposed to be frustrated. No, I'm looking, I don't have any of that left. So I double check, right? It's, for some of you, stay a little longer because I've done it so long, my body knows what it's doing. Once you get the triple warmer, once you get this sort of taken care of, then you're going to go over to the left wrist and you are going to work on the heart, because your heart, and you have memorized to feel less than love. So now I'm going to go over here, and I guess if I ask Spirit, what is it about? And it's like, I used that, oh God, as a coping tool to what was going on. I used it as the tool. So knowing that that's locked in my heart, I'm going to go left wrist, 1st position, nice and deep. So L1D. Finger in the palm. And then my body's already doing like hiccups and burps, like, oh my God, it's trapped. But I'm going to use that, look at the addiction of my coping. Oh, that's the coping, right? So I'm looking at the feeling. I'm feeling the sensations. I know the impressions. I know it. So I'm measuring it. It's like a tube, but it's locked in the heart, which will cause these symptoms later out of nowhere to keep repeating your story. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, so now see, in the beginning, it would take me lots of minutes. But my body is so used to waiting for me to show up to help it that it shifted it. Now I can go back and I can check. And I teach my students the 3-tap or the 3-test rule, and my arm is completely good. Okay, here in California, we had been having these swarms of earthquakes. Maybe there's something going on there. It could be. I know that the collective has changed dramatically and very subtly, and all of these things. Um, Yesterday and the day before was a high, and today it's see, he's not doing the one thing that I know he normally does, is that when I have loved ones from the other side that's here, he'll go and start like looking at them and talking to them. He hasn't done that. I haven't seen him do that in a few days. Oh, you're gonna crap on camera. Anyway, I should have put a towel down. Charlie, is there anybody here? He hasn't done it. He hasn't done it going looking into the other realm, and he lets me know usually when there's, the non-fleshies, the dead, the deceased, they're usually in the room. He hasn't communicated with them, and there usually is a ton. Like I can see them, but he's not noticing or he's not observing. They said, "Oh, he's snubbing us." They're joking. They're joking, but he's not acting as the same bird as I know about how he does things. Okay, that's all right. So when you begin to see that your life is, do you have to throw in the towel and get pissed? Now, sometimes when it is off, like I think it was a week ago, I did 10 different things. And I'm like, oh, okay, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to live today. I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do today. And I can't do any of those. So I just kind of sat there and just said, thank you, Spirit, and chose to be happy, chose to do nothing. And then finally, it all started to work out. And but I chose not to go into the depressed or get upset or throw a fit or do a drama. I I didn't feel that was necessary. So I will go through and do different types of healing. So Charlie, are you in a different dimension and mommy's got to catch up? What's the scoop, huh? What's the scoop? Who knows? Oh, I'm glad that the show did finally get started, even though it was like 10 minutes late. Just hit the wrong button. I'm not sure. The quality doesn't look too bad. I don't even know if I got filters on any of these. Oops. Oh, no, everything's coming in at once. Oh, okay. Open up my emails. We do have Amy, and she has given 3 piffs. We do have 3 piffs. And we have, okay, so she's coming on. Now, TP is still, Teresa Perkins still has a free. Morgan has a free. And when there is problems when they've done something, they won something, and they're not able to come on, and they're not able to do just video, but if they can't even do just audio, then what do? Well, in this case, I'm still going to honor it. It just is not going to be able to do the purpose that it was supposed to, which is to you getting your reactions, to getting to see it, the type of healing, how this movement, how all of this works. So you would be able to come on today, but I'm not sure how that this functions because I haven't seen it before, Morgan. I'm not even sure how. Okay, so let me look at this. So the reason that I had done Zoom is so that I could bring people on. This is directly through Facebook Live. I don't see a way to invite guests. It just tells me I can interact with the crowd. Tells me I can block people, discuss, restrict, slow it down. Yeah, I don't have enough people to make anything go too fast. I don't even think I can bring anybody on. I'm afraid to touch that button. It may make everything go away. Oh my God. Did it actually go through the event that it started? Because I tried 3 times and it wasn't working. What's this do? Yeah, no. That is the feature that it doesn't have, is to bring people on. I got to figure out how to do this. Because that's what part of the show's about, is so that you all, thank you, so that you all can not just hear me speak, but to communicate with people. I feel like a shaggy dog today. I don't know why. I don't even look the same. I knew teal was supposed to be the color, but not sure why I look so different. I don't, it just doesn't look right. What's this do? Add a column, add tools. What tools can, alerts, earnings? No. How about link to let people come on? Nope, none of that. Oh, thank you, Joy. I just don't look the same. And so your brain will want to reject. I have a feeling we may have to do TikTok, and I don't like that feature. We can also probably do it on YouTube, which would be a better feature than TikTok. So let me, okay, that's not the button, Brenda. What's this do? Highlighted. Oh, well, no. What's this do? Oh, good Lord, no. What's that one do? Oh, live chat. I can open that. That's still, the feature was I was supposed to be able to bring people on, and I'm not seeing that. Okay, this is bizarre. I don't want to share. How about no filter? Blush. What does blush do? No. I can't get that feature off my screen now. Okay. I don't want to turn it around. Before I started, I swear it said I could share and bring people onto YouTube. Would totally love that. Yeah, it's not a bad combo, is it? Now my earrings are more teal than my shirt is, but sometimes you just can't get it to match. I could always restart my video on YouTube. That's much easier than trying to figure this one out. And most of the time you have to wait until you have 1,000 followers on TikTok. I got lucky one time and did it at 500. That's because they gave me the option, and I have no idea why. But we already know that means share. We already know that means filters. We know that means turns the camera. No, that would turn the camera on. You don't need to see the brick wall. Your own perspective, you look great. Thanks. Well, it could be. I don't know. It could be the business account. You can share. That's good. I got to figure out how to bring people on. That is what I'm. I know that through Facebook, if there's a way, it's not. It doesn't say. It just says that it's like I can communicate and look at filters. That's how does that help? Sharing is great. If it shows up that you shared and Spirit let the wait, copy this link to view viewers. No, I don't want the viewers. I want to know how to bring people on. That's what I want to know how to do. I can do a poll. How's that going to help? It's not. I can cross post. Oh, that's good, but see down here it tells me, so I know that my moderators have all shared. Tells me who shared right here, so I can put your names down. But it doesn't show. Does not show anything there about bringing a person on. So this is why I didn't do it the first time. I'm just going to stop YouTube, start it over, and see if I can bring on people there. So I'll be right back. That's the only